Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome back. Today we're talking about patience in the face of suffering from James 5:10. So, is there some type of suffering that you're going through right now? Is there a public type of suffering that you're going through with this election or with something going on in the public square? Is there a personal type of suffering that you're going through? Or is there a private type of suffering that you're going through that nobody knows about but you and the Lord? Well, we all have sufferings to go through in this life. And in this video, I want to encourage you to be patient. Okay, I'm going to try to show you a little bit of what's going on, a little picture of what's going on. So look at this cocoon over here. Here's a cocoon, and he is being liquefied, and he's being turned from a caterpillar who used to crawl on the leaves and crawl on the branches and eat the leaves to he's being liquefied and turned into a butterfly who flies in the air and eats nectar, right? So there's a huge transformation going on here. This is very important, and it takes, in butterfly years, in butterfly time, it takes a significant amount of time. And so only after the transformed caterpillar, who is now a butterfly, starts to make his way out of the cocoon, he's wiggling and he's slowly going to break out of that cocoon. So he has to exercise those muscles to be able to get out of the cocoon and to fly. If the transformation is really finished and it's just finessing the very end of it and he's about to come out, if we just say, oh, hey, dude, let me help you, and we tear it open and put him on the branch, he'll die. Why? Because he hasn't struggled and developed those muscles that are used to get out of the cocoon. So that is a picture of what the Lord could be doing and is doing at some level in your life while you are suffering. Okay? Another illustration is this baby chick. The chicken lays the egg and the baby chick is growing, and so when the baby chick is ready to come out, he starts to peck. He'll do one peck and his neck will fall down. And a little while later, he'll lift it up and do one more peck and his neck will fall down. And then maybe he'll do two pecks and his neck falls down. Every time he raises it up and it falls down again, he's exercising that muscle so that by the end, when he's ready to come out, he has pecked so many times that he doesn't need to rest at all anymore, and he can just peck, peck, peck. And see, same thing with the cocoon. If we try to break him out, he'll die. With this model as well, situation, if we say, oh, let me help you, and we open up the egg for him, he will die because his neck muscles have not developed where he can peck and get, not peck, but do the same kind of motion to get food and feed himself. See, he's developing a very strong and important muscle to survive and to live while he's pecking out of the egg, just like the butterfly moving and getting out of that cocoon to be able to fly. And the last example is the vine. Jesus Christ is the vine, we know that, and we are the branches. Sometimes we think that we're the vine, but we're not, so we have to remind ourselves that we're not the vine. But anyway, so here is a little branch growing, and wherever you are in your faith, you are always growing. So let's say this is someone who is not a new believer, but kind of a teenager age in their faith. And so the Lord is working in that branch. Why? Because the branch has to be strong enough to be able to bear the fruit that the vine is going to bear through it. So if you're impatient saying, where's the fruit in my life? Where's the fruit in my life? Well, the Lord could very well be growing you to be thicker and stronger and more sturdy and more stable in the Lord, so that in this picture, when you get to be much stronger and larger in the Lord, you'll be able to carry and hold and bear that fruit that He's going to bear through you. And you'll have a little fruit as it grows more toward the end, but the fruit really explodes at the very end. And so what would happen if we took all of these fruit, all this fruit, and we hung it on this branch? It would break. It would fall off, right? It's not strong enough to hold the fruit. It's not strong enough to manage the fruit. It's not strong enough to abide while the vine is bearing the fruit through it. See? So the Lord is strengthening you. He's making you stronger. He's growing you up into Christ. And so I want to encourage you that in whatever type of suffering you're going through, to be patient. I know that's a hard word, and it used to be a really hard word for me, and I understand. But what you want to do is, what you can do, the way you can think of patience is that you, as a believer and as a sheep and as a branch, you want to be wherever the Lord is and wherever the Lord is wanting you to be at the time. See, in that you're lined up with Him. So in that mentality, you can be patient. You can say, the Lord wants me to go through this. The Lord is doing a lot of work in me. The Lord is doing a good thing in me, even though it doesn't feel good. Remember the potter and the clay? The clay is not smiling while it's being molded and shaped and pulled and then put in the kiln. He's not smiling at all. He may be having a temper tantrum or going to a depression clinic or something like that, going to AA. So just know that God is at work in you, and the scripture even tells us that in Philippians 2:13, for it is God at work within you. So God is at work within you while all this suffering is going on. This type of suffering, and then over here, this type of suffering. So whatever type of suffering you're going through, it's very purposeful, it's very intentional, and it's very holy, and it's very important. So pray for the Lord to give you His perspective on what's happening so that you'll be able to appreciate the process a little more and to hopefully be a little bit more patient. All right? I hope that helps, and I'll see y'all next time.